You're watching Make WordPress Work with Lisa Butler of Elembee.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to customize your theme using a child theme. Let's get started. Now, why would you want to use a child theme, and what is it in the first place? So a child theme basically takes on the properties of a parent theme. So you will choose a theme that you want to use for your website, and then you can use the child theme to customize that theme. And the reason you want to create a child theme is because whenever the parent theme updates, like if the theme authors release updates for WordPress compatibility, or if they've added new features or anything like that, whenever they update the theme, it's going to overwrite any customizations that you've added to that theme. But if you save your customizations into a child theme, then your customizations aren't going to be affected at all. So that's really where you want to store any CSS changes. You can even change up your theme files through a child theme as well. So we're going to go over how to do that. Now, keep in mind that this is for using existing themes. So if you find a theme that you really like, but you want to make some tweaks to it, that's when you're going to use a child theme. If you're building a theme from scratch, then you're going to use a framework like Underscores, which is what I use, or you can just completely start from scratch if you're comfortable doing that. I like Underscores because it's how I would code it anyway, and so it gives me kind of a head start. And I'm not coding every single piece from scratch, but it doesn't have like too many elements that I have to overwrite or anything like that. So when you're using a framework like that, it's meant to edit the original files and create your own theme that way. So child themes are really only for use if you've found a theme that you really like and you just want to make a few adjustments to it or things like that. So let's get started on creating a child theme. So for my demo, I have the Hemingway theme installed, and I've made a few adjustments through the customizer. If you go up to this customize, it will give you some different options like changing out the heading, adding a logo. It even had some places where I could change the background color, the accent color, and things like that. So I've gone through the built-in options and customized it as much as I could through that, but I still want to make some more customizations. So I'm going to create a child theme to do that. So I have my themes folder open for this particular site, and you can see that I have a folder for Hemingway. So that's going to be my parent theme. I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder and call it Hemingway-child. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to open up my Hemingway theme. And then I'm going to find this style.css file, and I'm just going to copy it over to my Hemingway child theme. And then I'm also going to copy the screenshot over. So I have my style sheet open for the Hemingway child theme. And it has all this information right here. I'm going to add one more piece of information. This has our theme name, version, description, and all of that. So I'm going to go under this last line, hit enter, and I'm going to put template Hemingway. And that's going to specify that this is a child theme and to look for the Hemingway theme for any files that are missing from my child theme. So for example, we don't have an index file. We don't have any kind of theme files in this folder right now. And so it's going to look in the Hemingway folder instead for those files. Now, what you're going to name, this is going to be the name of the directory of your theme. So you'll notice that I've got the theme is called Hemingway, and it's in all lowercase, so I've copied that over here. So this is the style sheet from Hemingway, and you can make any of your changes in here, and it's going to pick up these changes instead. The other option that you can do, if you really just want to make a few changes, you don't want to overhaul the whole theme, you can actually scroll down to the bottom, delete all of this, and there's a lot of information to delete here. And then you can either, if we leave it like this, you're going to start completely from scratch. So if I were to keep this file the way it is, there's no CSS information. So there's not going to be any styling on the website whatsoever. But if you want to import the style sheet from the parent theme, then you're just going to add an import URL. And then we're going to go 2 dots, which is going to put us back up to the themes folder. And then we're going to do /Hemingway/style.css. So that's going to import the parent theme's style sheet into our theme and make sure we have all of those styles. So that gives you a couple of options. You can either start completely from scratch if you really like the functionality of a theme but don't like the styling whatsoever. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to put in styles for every single thing. Or you can import the parent style sheet and just make your tweaks below this. And then that's going to overwrite anything that's in the parent theme because you've imported that file at the top, and then underneath that, that's what is going to be read next. And so it's going to say, okay, well, now we have this rule instead, so we're going to use this rule instead of the one that was already imported. The last thing you want to do is change your theme name to child or something that you're going to be able to recognize as different from the parent. So I'm just going to add Hemingway, a space, and then child, so I know that this is my child theme. So now I'm on my themes page under appearance, and you'll see that right now my Hemingway theme is active and I have Hemingway child over here. So I can go ahead and activate that. Now, the only thing here is that I have lost all of my original customizations from the parent theme. So if you are going to use a child theme, make sure you go ahead and create the child theme first, activate that, and then you can go into the WordPress customizations, which you'll just see this tab for customize, and you can go ahead and make any of the changes available to you there. So in this particular case, I've got my site title and tagline. I've got a place where I can change my colors. I can select a logo, and since I already uploaded that earlier, I'm going to go ahead and change that out. And I've got a place to add a new image, so I can change that out as well. So see, I've started to kind of get it back to the way that it was when I first showed it. So you want to use these as much as possible before you start going into your code, because it's already available to you here, and that way, it's a lot easier to change these things out later, since you can do it directly from WordPress and you don't have to get into your code to do anything with it. So like if you're on the road and you don't have your computer that has your code editor on it or something like that, you can just make changes directly in WordPress. So I'm going to go ahead and get those changes back to where they were, and then I'm going to show you how to make some customizations in CSS and edit your styles in your child theme. So here's my demo site with the built-in customizations where I've changed the header, added a logo, I gave it a light purple background and changed the accent color. So now I want to go ahead and change a few things that aren't available to me in customization. So I want to go into my CSS file for my child theme. So the first thing I want to do is change this menu bar to match the dark purple accent on my site. So I inspect element to get that dark purple color, so I know what that is. And I have my child theme open. And I have the parent theme imported, so it's going to have all of those styles. So I'm going to go in, inspect element on my menu, and you can actually see what line this is on. So I can go to line 230 in my parent theme and pull the CSS from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste my color code right there so I don't forget it. And I'm going to open up the style sheet from my parent theme and go to line 230. And there's line 230. So I'm going to copy that, paste it over to my child theme, and then replace that color code to the purple. So now when I reload the page, it's purple and it matches. Thanks for watching. For more tips on using WordPress, visit elembee.com. And you can also join Creative Code Club at creativecode.club for more in-depth tutorials on using WordPress and coding.